Hey, welcome to Memphis, Landers.
Thank you.
How has your time been here so far, and how has your transition coming from the ACC playing with under a different coach with Penny so far?
My time in Memphis has been fun. On and off the court, I've had an amazing time, getting better in every aspect of my life. And the transition from playing at Virginia Tech to playing for Coach Penny and playing with different guys it's been a challenge, but I'm taking it day by day and I'm loving it.
All right, Anthony Robinson.
Hey, Landers, how's it going?
How you doing?
Pretty good. What is it about playing for Penny that intrigued you and made you want to come here?
Playing for him is just like I see so many similarities and things that he did that I want to do in my life. So it's just listening and following everything that he tells me.
I'm sure you've got personal goals and then the team goals that you all have set. How are y'all staying focused on those goals with everything that's going on as far as this virus pandemic and that like affects the scheduling of the season and things like the Breonna Taylor not getting proper justice in her case? Are those things y'all talk about, and how do y'all separate that and stay focused on the mission that you have for the upcoming season?
I feel like for the goals that we have set as a team and individuals, we just try to focus on the things that we can control. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on outside, but we kind of put ourselves in just a bubble and we just take it day by day and just try to stay focused and control what we can.
Have you found a favorite restaurant since you've been here?
My favorite restaurant, I mean, it came from back home, but I'm a wing type of guy, so I kind of love American Deli.
Okay. Music, what are you listening to?
Sir?
Music, what are you listening to as far as music is concerned?
Of course, being in Memphis, they got me listening to Moneybag, Pooh Shiesty, but I'm kind of like a little baby type of guy.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Got a question from Christian.
Yeah, Landers, looking through your social media and stuff and seeing what you've been posting recently, you talk a lot about proving people wrong and haters and doubters and stuff like that. Where does the chip on your shoulder come from?
This past year, Virginia Tech, I just feel like it was a lot of stuff that I let slide under the radar. Like a lot of stuff that was said about my game or as me as an individual. So I just feel like I don't have to take that route. I don't have to take that role no more and just letting them run over me and bash my name. It's just going to be different this year.
Question from Danielle Lerner.
Hey, Landers, you mentioned that the transition has kind of been a challenge in a few ways, just with the uniqueness of this situation this summer. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you've tried to acclimate specifically to, stuff that Penny and his staff want to teach you on the court?
When I said difficult, I mean like just getting back to the mindset of how I was before this past year at Virginia Tech, like the player that y'all should have seen my first year stepping on the court, and it's just get me back comfortable to the player that I am and not what they tried to make me last year.
Well, what has it been like trying to, learn how this team plays and learn schemes and all of that stuff with, pretty limited time to actually be in the gym this summer?
Being here is difficult. I mean, it's a great group of guys, very talented team. So, I mean, every little detail counts. So you just got to go in and focus with the little bit of time, the little 2 hours that we get, and just make the best of it.
Clayton?
Hey, Landers. I know when we talked earlier this summer, you were talking about kind of the importance of you playing, as you were saying, in the way that you want to, at the position you want to. Where has Memphis been kind of working you in so far, and what you've been able to do? Do you think that, is it what you've been hoping to see so far?
Yes. I love the way they're trying to use me and get me back to the old me. I mean, playing on the wing, just being a guard. And that's just what I'm focusing on, getting my footwork better and just getting back to myself.
Specifically, you and DJ both have, a lot of similar aspirations position-wise. How are you guys kind of working with one another and balancing, your mutual, goals and aspirations?
I mean, working with each other, of course, it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. But when we playing and guarding each other, going at each other, of course, I mean, we're going to have our days. We're going to have our good days. We're going to have our bad days. But no matter what, we're going to compete if we're not on the same team. And if we on the same team, then we just going to make the other team feel sorry.
All right, we go to Mike Sadie.
Welcome to Memphis, Landers. First, after everything that happened at Virginia Tech last year, how hard was it waiting to get clearance by the NCAA? And tell us about the thought process of, did it ever cross your mind that you maybe weren't going to be able to play, and just how excited were you when you finally got the okay?
First off, thank you. But every day, my thought process was, it was horrible. I'm not going to lie. I never thought I was going to see the court until the day I actually got the news. I was just thinking the worst. I mean, it couldn't get no worse than what it already was. I just didn't want to sit out another year. What was really the issue? You're not going to get specific, I know, but at Virginia Tech last year, what made it so bad beside playing out of position and not being able to play the way you wanted to play? What made that year so bad with the Hokies? I mean, it was just a lot of going back to what I said earlier, it was just a lot of stuff said by people it should have never been said by, and just a lot of back talk and behind the scenes type of stuff going on.
All right, we go to Fred. Fred, are you there?
I'm here. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yo, Landers, I wonder, like, I saw your name in the NBA draft. What made you, like, take your name after in the NBA draft?
When I was going through that process, I had to make the best decision for me. And I felt like coming off the year I had at Virginia Tech, I just needed another year, like a statement year. So when I put my name in the next time, it could be for sure. Like, it's going to look like it belonged there.
Okay.
All right, Danielle.
You know, there's a lot of hype now that you are eligible around this team as a whole, but also around you as, you know, probably one of the most high-profile transfers in college basketball this season. How do you feel kind of about that spotlight?
I mean, I never really feed into the hype. I just feed into what I put in every day and just trust it. That's how I always went about things, and that's how I'll continue to go about things.
Terry Davis.
Hey, Landers, even before you became eligible by NCAA, Penny had projected you and DJ as their closers. So how do you feel about having that pressure on you coming to a new situation?
I wouldn't use the word pressure. I never like to use the word pressure because whenever I do something, I'm always confident in it. So if he feel that way about me, then I'm just going to work even harder every day just not to make him look bad.
All right, Ant.
Am I unmuted?
There you go. You're good.
Okay. You mentioned that you and DJ battle one-on-one during practice or sometime. Who's winning most of those games?
We have our days. Everybody has their days. I mean, it's never no, oh, yeah, he going to kill him every time. It just depends on the type of day we having.
All right, I've been keeping the tally since Penny's had this job, and right now there's only 3 people that have answered yes to this question. Can you beat Penny one-on-one if y'all were to go play in the gym right now?
For sure. For sure.
All right, you were speaking to Fred a few seconds ago about the draft. How specifically do you think that this coaching staff and this experience at Memphis will better prepare you and get you in better position for the draft?
Oh, this staff is for sure going to put me where I need to be. They're going to do everything in their power to get me to the next level and to where I want to be. It's just about how I take in the information and how I use it.
Evan Barnes. Come back. Christian, go ahead.
Landers, you've talked a lot about Virginia Tech and not necessarily specifically, but talked a little bit about what went wrong. We know you didn't get to play under the staff that you originally committed to at Virginia Tech. So what does it feel like being back with the staff that you chose to come play for?
I feel like I made the best decision for me. Playing for this staff, it's a lot of things and a lot of coaches with a lot of information that I need in my game. So being here is going to help me on and off the court.
And I'm sure you've seen the Memphis versus everybody kind of mentality that surrounds Memphis sports. How have you adapted that mentality since you've been here?
I feel like it fits me perfectly. It's us versus everybody, no matter who it is, no matter what night it is. That's the mentality we're going to have for the whole year.
Mike Sadie.
Landers, because of COVID, we've been kind of locked out, haven't been able to see you guys run. And you're one of the new guys. Just kind of give us a look at your teammates. You know, Moose has joined the team. You're there. You know, waiting on Williams. Hopefully, get some good news too. But just team-wise, who's impressed you out there, and what do you like about this team as you get ready to tip it up here in a couple months?
I'm impressed by everybody. We got great talent at every position. I feel like we have the most skilled player at every position in the country, honestly, if we've been honest.
That's pretty high praise.
I mean, I said what I said. That's how I feel.
All right.
All right, Danielle.
What do you see your role as being on this team, Landers?
I see my role being like whatever we need for that night. I don't go into a specific game with a specific mindset. I just play it by ear and just do whatever my team needs for us to win.
All right, go to Cassie.
Hey, Landers, you talk about coaching staff here at Memphis with having so much NBA background. Can you give specifics on the difference you've seen so far with the knowledge they have compared to Virginia Tech?
The technology, the information and how it's presented to us, and just the message they try to send when they're showing us everything. I mean, everything is about the little details that build up to the big details. So, and just being patient and focusing on the small things.
All right, we go back to Ant.
You were mentioning about how this staff, this was the perfect place for you to be. Right now, we're seeing a lot of different high school recruits announcing their top 4 and 5 places that they're choosing to play. If there's any player that has Memphis in their final count of places to choose from, what would you tell them about Memphis when they're making their choice?
If you want to be a pro, this is the place. If you're willing to listen and willing to work, they can get you where you want to go.
How have you improved your game from your last season going into this season? And what one thing are you hoping that this coaching staff can make your game elevate even more to another level?
I feel like since I've been here, I've elevated my game in every aspect, like the weight room, on the court, the treatment area. Like, it's so different here. Like, everything is about getting to the next level, like doing stuff how they do on the next level. So we already had that mindset. So when we get there, like, we already ready for it.
So, like, who you got in the finals for the NBA?
My team out. So my team not out, but we in a tough spot right now. We in a tough spot.
Who is that?
Celtics.
All right, we got time for like one more question. Anyone else? Evan Barnes.
Landers, forgive me if you've answered this already, but just kind of, coming into this team, there's obviously a lot of great chemistry. And how do you try to fit in with these guys, just chemistry-wise? And, has it been kind of easy for you to kind of find that role within such a group of guys that have already been, together for a year or 2 years?
Coming in, I just try and bring, like, stuff that I learned last year, stuff that I'm learning now, like, and they do the same. I mean, the guys that play here, they help me and they push me and focus in and key on and just make sure I'm focusing every play.
All right, and we'll go to Mike Sadie.
Landers, I asked you about how hard it was for you waiting for the NCAA clearance. How has it been for DeAndre? How is he dealing with it? Have you tried to talk him through it about, look, man, the good news is coming. you know what he's going through. What is he going through right now? How hard is this for him waiting to see what's going to happen?
I mean, like I told him, I mean, that's my roommate, so we talk a lot. We probably talk more than anybody else, but it's just a process. I mean, we don't even talk about it that much because we just know good news is coming. We sit at home, play the game. We just don't focus on it. Like, ain't no point to dwell on it when it's just news. Like, we just gonna wait on it and see what happens.
So he feels he's going to get good news?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we'll take a last question from Fred.
Yes, Landers. Top 5 NBA players.
Top 5?
Yeah, your top 5.
Any position?
Yes.
I'm going Durant, Curry. I'm going Braun, 80. Oh, that last spot. It's tough. I'm going Kawhi.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.